I think my understanding of Monty's attraction to Mildred, I think, is a number of things. I mean, one, he's just generally attracted to women. I think finding him at this point in his life within the story, my impression was that he's perhaps been with many, many women and never really interested in having more than a quick fling with a woman. But I think there's probably something at this point in his life that he's ready to sort of indulge in something a little deeper and more sort of earthy with somebody. And you know, Mildred, you know, he finds her at a point in her life where she's sort of somebody who probably wouldn't ever take risks, but at this point in her life kind of looks like she is ready to take a risk. And I think that combination for him is very appealing. I mean, you know, he finds her obviously not long after her husband has left her. So for the 20 years that Mildred and her husband were together beforehand, she would have been somebody that probably would have slapped Monty in the face if he'd made a pass at her, and he would have laughed and walked off. But so, you know, it's the coming together of these two people at this point in their lives, I think, that really sparked this relationship. Yeah, absolutely. And in relation to sort of Monty and Mildred, I think the deeper that he gets into the relationship with her, and the more that he is sort of asked to, and not even just by her, but within himself, asked to find responsibility in his life, something he has never really had to exhibit before, the more uncomfortable he gets and the more defensive he gets and the more hideous he becomes. You know, he's so delightful and charming and childlike in the beginning. But like with most kids, if you take away from them what it is they're enjoying, they'll have a tantrum in front of you. You know, I think, you know, I lost my dad when I was pretty young, and you know, I think that probably has had some effect on my life. And I have a sister who has an intellectual disability, so a lot of my focus growing up was about making sure she was okay, and so. But at the same time, you know, it was just the childhood that I knew and that I was, you know, growing up in, and so you just kind of take it as it comes, I guess. Being any kind of icon is hard to get your head around, even if you're a straight one or a gay one, I suppose. So I don't really know how to what to make of things like that. You know, I mean, it's flattering and it's great when something like Priscilla has had the effect that it's had, you know, on society. And I remember at the time when the film was really sort of rolling along after that first year or two, and the response that it was getting and still getting, and even to this day, you know, 20 years later, people talk about the effect that the film's had. It's wonderful to know that a film like that, and I think it was the time that the film came out, audiences were ready for something like that. But yeah, the idea of being a gay icon is, I don't know, it makes me laugh.